Hi everybody, here's a question for you. Is it in, im, or unpolite? What's the correct one? Well, a lot of people have difficulty with these little parts of words which come before a main word. They're called prefixes, and that's what I'm going to help you with in this lesson. Welcome back to English for Professionals. I'm Derek and I'm here with another short lesson for you busy people. In this lesson, we're going to do two things. First of all, there'll be a prefix challenge. I'll show you 12 different words and you'll have 3 seconds to guess the correct prefix. In the second part, I'll give you some tips for learning prefixes and I'll show you a useful list of common words and their prefixes. So before we get started with our prefix challenge, take a look at this example. Friendly. The correct negative prefix for friendly is unfriendly, which means not friendly. And un is one of the most common prefixes that we use. However, there are other ones, and we're going to look at these ones for our prefix challenge. Are you ready for the first word? Let's try it. You have 3 seconds to guess the correct prefix. Here's the first word. Polite. Impolite. Impolite. There's no need to be so impolite. Next word. Formal. Informal. Informal. The meeting was very informal. Next word, patient. Impatient. Impatient. I don't like dealing with impatient customers. Next word, capable. Incapable. Incapable. He is incapable of understanding how serious this situation is. Next word, certain. Uncertain. Uncertain. The future of the company is uncertain. Next word, relevant. Irrelevant. Irrelevant. I'm sorry, but that's totally irrelevant. Next word, honest. Dishonest. Dishonest. I don't like dishonest people. Next word. Legible. Illegible. Illegible. I'm sorry, but your handwriting is illegible. Next word. Connect. Disconnect. Disconnect. Please disconnect the computer before you leave. Next word. Important. Unimportant. Unimportant. The exact details of what happened are unimportant. Next word. Complete. Incomplete. Incomplete. They haven't given us all the details. The application is incomplete. Next word. Reliable. Unreliable. Unreliable. Our new supplier is very unreliable. So, how did it go? Did you do well on the prefix challenge? I know some are easier than others, and that brings us to the next part of the lesson, tips on how to learn prefixes. Well, there are no simple rules for prefixes, which doesn't help. You can use lists and try to learn them by heart, and that works for a lot of people. Otherwise, I'd recommend trying to develop a feeling for the language. The best way to do this is to read. Read books, magazines, newspapers on topics that you're interested in. Listening is also great. Listen to the news on the radio, listen to podcasts, watch TV, watch documentaries, watch films. Try to surround yourself with the language as much as you can. This is not just for learning prefixes, but for learning all aspects of a language. The more often you hear a word and its prefix, or a phrase or a piece of vocabulary, the more often you hear it in context, the more likely you are to remember it. And finally, one more tip for prefixes. If you're not sure, just say not. For example, capable. You can't think of the correct prefix, say not capable. He is not capable of understanding this problem. Okay, so just use not. Here's a list of the most common words for each negative prefix. I'll also include this list in the video description. That brings us to the end of another lesson. I hope you found it useful and I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please hit the like button and share with your friends and colleagues. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And don't forget to join my email list. Every 2 weeks I send out my vocabulary newsletter with business English, words from the news and everyday English for you to learn. So check it out, the link is in the description below. Thanks a lot for watching and see you soon.